Devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand, bang, got my hand. Call
Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome to RossonARI TV. Welcome to the Milan Newcastle pre-match. Champions League first round. Champions League 23-24 starts tomorrow. Big game for AC Milan at the San Siro, especially after that heavy defeat against Inter, and it's time to bring things back to normality. Tomorrow is a good opportunity for the boys to bring things back to normal. So we'll definitely be talking about that. And we're going to start with still talking a little bit about some things that came out regarding the derby, but today's stream is mostly going to be about the Champions League game against Newcastle. But let's begin with saying hello, first of all. What's up, Milan Nestor, Christian, SZ? How you guys doing? Let's start with this. Saki, the man. Now, Saki had an interview. I have not read it, guys. I did not read it just so we could do this together live. This is a exclusive lifetime reaction to Arrigo Sacchi's interview. So we're going to look at it today. We're going to start with this. Sacchi, highly critical of Milan's derby performance without logic and organization. Damn. Damn. By the way, guys, remember what Jerry said. European football is not baseball. It requires a different level of sophistication, and we believe that we are at the forefront. Famous words. Famous words. Arrigo Sacchi was predictably scathing of AC Milan's performance during the 5-1 derby defeat against Inter on Saturday evening. Both teams had won all 3 games in Serie A thus far, headed into the game at San Siro, but goals from Henrik Mkhitaryan and Marcus Thuram before a break made it clear Inter were in the mood to continue their recent derby dominance. Before we get into this, you guys know that this summer I was very critical of of the famous Rocco, of the famous dude Rocco. You guys know. We spoke about Rocco all summer because he appeared on an AC Milan channel, and he said some things that to me were very, very dangerous. He said that what he couldn't stand about Maldini's work and his team is that whenever we played Inter and we had the subs coming in, there was nobody there. There was nobody in there to bring in quality. There was nobody there to give us something else. And then we always lost those games. Well, this time around, and then he said he was happy that they fired him, and Furlani and Moncada are just they are the greatest geniuses of them all. But this time around, we were losing 2-1. The subs started coming in. The Moncada Furlani famous subs started coming in. We conceded 3 more goals. Where is Rocco? Where is Rocco? Where is Rocco? Where is he? Anyway, let's keep on going. Rafael's well-taken finish did have the deficit and suggested it would be a close finish, but Mkhitaryan's second and Hakan's penalty pulled the Nerazzurri away again. The Davide Frattesi made it 5-1 in the closing stages. Sacchi, or like how I like to call him Yoda, spoke during the weekly piece for Gazzetta dello Sport, and he was not impressed with what he saw during it. A game that saw Simone Inzaghi outsmart Stefano Pioli again. So it seems like this is going to be about the coaches. What happened in the derby? Simple. On the pitch, there was a team whose main qualities were modesty and attention, Inter, and a team, Milan, who seemed lighthearted, perhaps even presumptuous, confused, and superficial. Damn. Yeah, but this is this. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste this. Does this really go to the coach, though? Is this really a criticism that goes to the coach? I don't think so. I think this is a criticism that goes to everything. The management. Guys, this morning, here. This morning, yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, Milan mistakes. The list is long. Non-existent pressing. Yeah, because you didn't buy any pressing players, right? Mercato. Attackers almost never present in the defensive phase because there was no balance. Mercato. Remember how we always used to speak about balance? Approximate marking because our markers aren't any good. A stretched team because we built a team to play high press, but then when confronted with a really good team, we get lost. Lack of collaboration between departments for the same reason. Little clarity of play because we got completely annihilated. Should I move forward? No. We understood the reasoning. Whose fault? Everyone's fault. Good answer. Yoda comes clean once again. Is Pioli confused? I really hope not, but he certainly made a mistake in the game. He needs to be the first to be convinced of the things he does and then transmit this belief to the players. In the derby, by playing in that way, the coach didn't give certainties to the team. Big criticism to the coach. If Milan want to be successful, they must be a collective in which everyone participates in the offensive and defensive phase. Yeah, we don't have the players to do that. Whoever agrees with Pioli is fine, and whoever doesn't agree stays out. Pretty much everybody. It's difficult to play with three attackers if you don't press. Yeah, it is. I would say impossible. Milan was a team that had 11 players scattered on the pitch without logic and without organization. We hope for Leao's breakaway, Hernando's run, Giroud's header. But we want to understand that that football is a collective thing, that double marking is necessary, that the departments have to help each other, and to do this, they need to be close. You can't have a 50-meter long team like Milan. Well, they built a team to play high up the field, and supposedly they brought in all of this incredible quality, but everybody was telling me, oh my God, the amount of quality that these guys got this time around. Oh my Lord, so much quality, so much easy. We're going to break down all of these teams easy. If you build a team to play high, you better well, first of all, you need to have balance. We didn't we didn't even think of balance this time around. And yeah, this is fruit of the market. Guys, I will always say this. I will always say this. You win the Scudetto between June, July, and August. The rest doesn't matter. The rest is nonsense. We built a team because they were under the impression that the players we got were going to just run over everybody. Inter, Juve. I mean, guys, look at Roma. The moment Lukaku and Spinazzola came in for Roma, the game completely changed. The moment we play against top level players, everything changes. So celebrating against Bologna, Torino, and the first half depleted Roma, yeah, you guys celebrated the Scudetto for that. Great job. But the moment we play against top players, all of a sudden, things change. The team was built poorly. Period. Every time they went on the counterattack, the Nerazzurri created a dangerous opportunity. This is unacceptable. And there were the preventive markings. And where were the preventive markings? Well, yeah, you get players, all box-to-box players. I repeat. And then you have this tactic that I've been calling out since the summer. What is this stupid tactic of bringing Calabria in the midfield? That side is open. I've been calling out that tactic since the tour in America. What is that? What is the purpose of that? There is no purpose to do that. There is no purpose in doing that. That is why we concede counterattacks, because of that stupid tactic right there. The proverb says that errare humanum est, to make mistakes is human. But let's remember that preserving is diabolical. So roll up your sleeves and everyone get to work with clarity of ideas. Inter won because they were a compact, determined, humble team. They did a few things, but they were clear and simple. That is true. But I wouldn't say just compact, determined, and humble. They won because they're just better. They have better players with more experience, with more international experience. They have players that they look at a team like Milan. It's a bunch of kids, and for them this is easy pickings. You know, the difference between Inter and Milan is that Milan was built with a laptop and a program that was designed for baseball. Inter is built by people that have lived, breathed football since the day they were born. A man whose left eye points to the east and whose right eye points to the west. That dude there, uh, he knows how to build a team. He does not need a laptop and algorithms and all this bullshit. It comes down to that. It comes down to that. Let's stop this whole talk about tactics, about Pioli, about this. Now it comes down to that. You want to build a team with a laptop? Okay, maybe it will work if you want to like finish. If you want to be Udinese, right? Because Toulouse is essentially Udinese, right? That might work. If you want to be the Udinese of the situation, sure. But if you want to build a top G team with a laptop and an algorithm and Moneyball, and you think you're going to defeat someone like Marotta, my man, get the fuck out of here. Milan with the fullbacks acting as midfielders. Well, I saw that when they had the ball, the Rossoneri threw long shots, but what good is it? Okay, Calabria is a young boy, was a midfielder, but now he's been a fullback for a long time. So let's him play the role without. Thank you, Saki. Thank you. I am glad that me and Saki, the greatest coach of all time, at least on some things, feel the same way. What is the purpose of this? Now, this is pure tactics. This is a criticism that I criticize Furlani, I criticize Moncada, Jerry, the players. This one I'm criticizing Pioli. This Calabria thing makes no sense. There is zero purpose for this tactic. It makes no sense. Like why? Why is he doing that? I remember of how Milan was playing this summer because it's the same way. Milan now has a format, a DNA. They play the same way, and it doesn't really change unless once they start making subs, things change. But the way they start has always been the same. It's always been the same tactics. And there was one tactic that I remember then when we were going was like, what is the purpose of this one? Like we were looking at how Reindeers has been used, we're looking at Krunic has been used, Loftus Cheek, we're looking at Pulisic, Hernandez, but then it comes down to Calabria. Like, what is this all about? I don't know. It seems that Pioli's tactical ideas do not convince you. I'm in favor of innovations. They denote a desire for progress, but first of all, there must be the base, the collective. Then you can think about variations. The insistent ball possession slowed down the pace. Of course, the players were not positioned well and were waiting for the ball while standing still. But the main problem is that Milan must become a collective and not a collection of individuals. How to absorb the blow? They must not be demoralized, but we must clarify things. First, the coach, who has already proven to be an intelligent person, the lesson can be useful if it distances superficiality, carelessness, and presumption. Yeah, I mean, he's he's putting this game under the microscope, but again, it comes down to one team was built with a laptop, the other team was built with the acumen of a man that has been living, breathing football since the day he was born. That's the big difference. All right. So before we move on to the next article, we're going to look at. Let me go to chat a little bit. Doesn't Saki work for Inter? I'm not sure. I hope Tomori doesn't choke up and try. He seems to do it against British teams. We'll talk about that later. My dad said the same thing yesterday that Saki said today. The coach has to still better mentality, take accountability. In my opinion, we haven't strengthened the squad. Instead of buying Pulisic, we should have retained Salamakers and Messias and invested the money in the midfield and defense. I don't disagree. We simply open gaps and fill them with mediocre players. This just goes to show that it was never Pioli that motivated the players to perform. That's a good point. That is a good point. It was a suicidal tactic from Pioli as usual when we play Inter. It just makes the job for Inzaghi easier than it should be. Why Pioli plays attack when Mbon's forward when we already have enough attacking fluidity with our midfield that are attacking minded is crazy. Well, Theo playing up kind of makes sense. It's Calabria that I don't understand. Yeah, we had no quality. Okay. Uh, our players on the field are not lacking quality. We had no tactics. Yeah, okay. These guys, man, I'm telling you. He can balance our team up with easy tactical solutions. Can he? I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the balance. I don't see the balance makers in this team anymore. There's no more balance makers. We don't have any CDMs. That's the issue. And we don't have a work rate players either. Like we sold them all. We sold them all in order to have quality. Where was this quality that you guys have been raving about all summer? He can make Calabria CDM, Krunic right back there. Keep Tomoric. I see the only two Italians in the team getting time because that's the way it is. Yeah, absolutely. It's always like that. Imagine Gabbia had a game like Chow. Of course, of course, of course, of course. We know how it is. Laptop out. After a few years, we have to replace the manager. I don't know if, yeah, I mean, if you think we won our three, my man, brother, I'm not even going to respond to this one. I'm sorry, but I'm not even going to respond to this. I'm just going to just let this one go. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. The Jerry ball gobblers. I'm going to avoid them today. All right, let's see what let's see this article here. Let's see this article here. Sky pundits agree with Pioli's non-apology. That question should never be asked. So let's see what this is all about, and let me see what you guys think about this. Stefano Pioli's decision to not apologize to the AC Milan fans after the 5-1 defeat against Inter has been defended by pundits on Sky. Milan lost the Milan derby against Inter in a resounding and clear manner. Blah, blah, blah. During last night's Sky Calcio Club, all the participants in the discussion on the situation took Pioli's side, from Fabio Caressa, host of the broadcast, to Giuseppe Bergomi, as well as Luca Marchegiani and Giancarlo Marocchi. Marchegiani, Pioli says that he doesn't have to apologize to anyone, and he's right because no one has to apologize. But if you lose the fifth derby, you can't make responses like this. While Carissa says, I agree that no one has to apologize because when a professional player commits and gives his best, he doesn't have to apologize to anyone. We hate all those scenes under the curva that we see every now and then, but it is also true that perhaps one more sentence, perhaps, to the fan who lost the fifth consecutive derby, the fifth derby in a calendar year. Marocchi says, I also agree. There's no point in apologizing or even going under the radar to be told everything. But against Inter, you have to play differently. You have to play it differently. You have to be sure not to lose the fifth derby. Marchegiani, in my opinion, Pioli's answer was not aimed at the fans. It was aimed at those asking the question. That question should never be asked, Bergomi says. I agree, because in the case he is the leader, if he says yes when it seems that he is attacking the team and therefore he can only respond in that way, even a little peaked because he was to defend the group, blah, blah, whatever. Apologize if there's a fraud, if he didn't commit, not if they lose. I don't think Milan are happy about losing. All right, so basically the entire message is that Pioli did not want to apologize because in Pioli's mind, according to what he had said, the team did not play to lose. The team did not go there without putting their 100% in. The team, in his mind, the team was motivated. The team was ready for a fight. Um, so he thinks we shouldn't apologize. Okay, I'll tell you what I think. I think you should apologize. Yes, I think, but I don't think. The thing is that, in my opinion, the management should apologize. But I think you should apologize. I think it is important to do that. The thing is, right now, like Saki said, this team is very presumptuous. This management, corporate America, and this whole idea now is that we're a very arrogant team, and we can see it right now. We can see it right now. So I see why they have to defend that arrogance. You have to defend your arrogance and not apologize. You have to defend your, you know, who you are. So you're not going to apologize. And I think that's what's happening. I think Saki is right about the arrogance of this team. I mean, you have to be an arrogant motherfucker to 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 think that you can just fire someone like Maldini and not even say anything about it to the media. So the arrogance of the people in charge has enveloped everything, has enveloped the squad, the infrastructure. Or it's a lack of respect. I'm sure if Berlusconi was the president, the coach would fucking apologize. It could be a lack of respect too. If Berlusconi was the coach, I'm pretty sure the coach would be apologizing. Sorry, Berlusconi was the president. I'm pretty sure Berlusconi would be apologizing. But in my opinion, yes, you should apologize to the fans. 5-1. These are anomalous. The fact that we lost 4 games in a row, yeah, it sucks, but okay, it's not a big deal prior to this one. Last season, the season went the way it was. Inter was clearly the better team last season. The season before, we had the upper hand with Inter, and we won the Scudetto. Then last year, they had a slight upper hand. Um, and this year, they also have the upper hand. They're clearly by miles the better team. Their problem is 5-1. It's not 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. Or like even if it was 3-0, you expect an apology. 5-1 though, that's like that's that's super bad. Like you have to apologize if you lose 5-1. You have to apologize. What do you guys think? Do you think you should have apologized? No, 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 no. I'm saying, I know, and I read that earlier. I'm saying that this is a fruit of everything. That presumption starts from the top. I do blame Pioli. I said that Pioli should not be doing the mercato. Pioli should not be calling players. Pioli should not be calling players. Guys, the fact that today Furlani showed up, okay, Ibrahimovic showed up at Milanello, but the fact, imagine you lose 5-1. Who comes to the locker room to talk to you? Moncada and Furlani. Guys, give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Well, apparently we don't. Apparently we don't because the facts say that we don't. I mean, so you are part of this anti-Italian bullshit agenda. How come all these great players we bought can't penetrate the shitty Acerbi? Did Acerbi play? Was Acerbi playing? Yeah, it was Acerbi, right? It was Bastoni, Acerbi, Darmian. Guys, Acerbi, Bastoni, Darmian, all these shitty Italian defenders that aren't good enough for Milan, but yet all these great quality players we got can't take him on, can't take him one on one. Pulisic can't, like, how come we can't take these guys one on one? Roy, check purely recently for the CL game. For the CL game, I saw the conference. I was hoping Cherby could give us an own goal. Can you imagine? All fucking year, I have to hear, man, because Inter has a Cherby guy. Come on, guys. We have Chow. We have Tomori. We have Pellegrino, guys. Pellegrino. Are you kidding me? Pellegrino? Inter have a Cherby. We have Chukwueze. We have Pulisic. We have Reindeers. A Cherby is easy. Anyway. This was like Liverpool 7-0 United, AC Milan players running like hellish chicken in a worthless press, getting penetrated 5 times. Yeah, it's like our team was built so poorly. Like, where are the presses? Where are the hard workers? Where is the Ambrosini? Where's the Gattuso? Where is the Salamakers? Where is the Tonali? It's like you cannot win games if you don't have those kind of players. Jesus, Lord. I agree with you on that. After defeat like that, a figure that means football means business should show up in dressing room. But the figure, yeah, and that's an issue. That's a problem. Guys, we're down 2-1. We're down 2-1. Rocco said that what he hated about last year was that when we were down and we needed to make subs, no one came in from the bench. We had no bench. We had no bench. And he's glad that Furlani and Moncada take over because now we have a bench. Well, we were down 2-1. The bench started coming in. We lost. We conceded 3 more goals. Where is Rocco? Where is Rocco? Where is Rocco? Roma 7. Yeah, Roma, good game from Roma. I saw bits and pieces. That team is built really well. That team has a lot of balance. Shut up. That team is built very well. But, mamma mia, ragazzi. But Empoli is also underperforming quite a lot. It's a little bit of a deceiving result. Empoli is underperforming quite a lot. Where was Power Ranger? Yeah, where was he? Good question. I hope Empoli gives us the same treatment as Roma. I don't know, but Dybala is just Dybala. Man, that player. That's who I still don't understand why we didn't get Dybala. Tonali, football, blah blah. That's football. Yep, that's right. The players need to step up now. If tomorrow turns into another, okay, we're going to start to talk about the game tomorrow. And I wouldn't accept excuse we play that way because we had 1 player less. I've seen enough football matches where, yes, thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah. Mamma mia. Empoli will get a draw. No, not yet. Not yet. Musa, Pellegrino, Costi, Okafor, what a bench. Reindeers is okay. He's good, but my man, like, did you not see when the 1v1 duel between him and Barella all get like Barella like didn't even sweat against him. Like, right, man, you guys are just get so bamboozled. You guys got bamboozled. You guys got bamboozled. That's the problem. And also, your dad was telling me that Krunic was the fucking greatest defensive midfielder in the world because of the game we played against Torino. And I told him, wait until we play against the real teams. Yeah, now we played against a real team. Where the fuck was Krunic? He got dismantled. In another way, did Musa get the nod in front of Ali and Pobega? What experience does Musa has? Yeah, good question. Maldini wanting the balance of the CDK, but Jerry went into the game for the youth project. Reindeers meeting. Yeah, Reindeers. He's good, but he's good if the team around him is built properly, my man. You don't understand this. You just don't. You're going to defend this Redbird till the end. I know what you're going to do because I know you guys' agenda. I know you guys. You say I have an agenda. You guys have an agenda. Do they fucking? Does he pay you? Are you on his payroll? No one you put in that midfield would have looked good against Inter tonight. They didn't do well against Inter in the semis. It was just Pioli's fault. Well, in the semis, Tonali's did look good, actually. The problem, listen, this idea about it's not last year. All we needed to do was just to retouch certain positions and strengthen certain positions, not rechange everything, reshuffle everything, and definitely not sell fucking Tonali. But anyway, we can't. I don't want to go on forever with this Tonali thing, but the team is built poorly, man. The team is built poor. You can't tell me a team is built good and then we lose 5-1 against Inter just because of tactics. Like, come on, it's fucking tactics. That's funny. Tactics make you lose 5-1, my man. Please wake up. I think quality is the word here. Quality and the way a team is built. That's what makes you lose 5-1, not tactics. Did Empoli lose 7-0 because of tactics or because they lack a lot of quality? And by the way, we played conservative last year against Inter, and we lost 1-0 when we played conservative. This is the issue that I'm having. This is the issue that I'm having. Even if we played a conservative game, because they have more quality than us, most likely, I'm not saying for sure, but most likely they would have probably still won. Maybe. I'm not saying this for sure. The problem is, if that would have happened, then the narrative would have been, oh man, Pioli is a coward. He's hiding behind. He has reindeers. He has Loftus Cheek. He has Chukwueze. He has Okafor. He has got Jovic. He's got Musa. These are the best players in the history of the game. Like, he should be courageous and have them play forward. I mean, fuck. What are they scared of? Darmian, Acerbi, Di Marco, and Bastoni? Are they scared of these guys? Is Pioli scared of these guys? Okafor is gonna fucking destroy these guys. Pulisic is gonna walk all around these guys. That's the issue. If we would have played conservative, we would have still lost, because clearly the quality and the two teams are built the quality of how the teams were built, that is the difference. So the narrative would have been the opposite. The narrative would have been the opposite. Pioli is not courageous enough. And also, Inter is not going to allow you to play on the counterattack. They're not going to allow you to play on the counterattack. With Inter, the only way to beat Inter is you got to have more quality than them. That's it. There's no tactics to beat Inter. You have to be better built. You have to have more quality. You have to have a better squad that is built with more tactical solutions. What tactics are you? Whether you play conservative or not, they're still going to play through you because they have the better players. This idea that the thing is that a lot of you guys been bamboozled by this summer mercato thinking that we have the best players in the world, but it's not like that. It is not like that, guys. If I put Barella versus Reindeers, Barella is going to win that duel. But if I put Barella versus, again, I'm just using this name. I know, blah blah blah. He too much wages. He wanted to go here. But if I put Barella against Gundogan, big difference. Big difference. Do you understand? But no, Reindeers is laptop, is the algorithm. No one can fuck with the algorithm. Anyway, come on. I'm going off on a tangent here. We're built poorly. We're just built poorly, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Like, do you think who plays counter? Who can? You guys saw it against Man City. Man City is a team that has a lot of quality players. They hold the ball. They weren't able to play counterattack against Inter because Inter doesn't allow you to play counterattack. The way Inter plays is they do a combination of both. They don't allow you to do it. You want to beat Inter, you have to beat them during June, July, and August. That's when you beat Inter, not in September. You don't beat Inter in September. You beat Inter in June, July, and August. That's when you beat Inter. Thank you. Thank you. Bravo. Perfect. This sums it all up. This sums it all up. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Herbert. This is what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, it's a simple concept. It is a simple concept. When was the last time we dominated and we freaking embarrassed Inter? Who was playing for us? I mean, okay, when we won the Scudetto, it was quite even. But last time we really dominated them, who was on our roster? We looked bad against smaller teams in the last few years, so we signed players who can perform world class against the smaller teams. Inter is strong. Pioli is limited, not a top coach. I think he's doing his best. That's his best. You still can see the same problems in the defense. Time to change, I think. Well, I mean, you see, this is my issue, right? I believe that if you give, first of all, a few things Pioli should not be involved in the market, first of all. But if you give Pioli the right team, for example, if you reverse roles, Pioli with Inter, Inzaghi with Milan, Pioli is winning this game. Pioli is winning the game. Maybe he's going to play differently, but he's still winning the game. You got to. You can't build a winning team when you sell Salah makers. True. Very true. Very true. Okay, so listen, speaking about the depth, because this is an opportunity for our depth to come out. Because as long as you're winning games, the coach is usually going to play the starting formation. But usually after a loss, especially a heavy defeat like this, you are expecting some changes. And now the Champions League is coming in. So now let's see, because one of the things that was a problem, that might not be a problem later on, was that right now we do not have a bench. There is no bench because this bench hasn't done anything to prove that they're worthy. The only way this bench can prove they are worthy is in these kind of scenarios when the turnovers start to happen. And this is their opportunity for themselves to get a little bit of confidence and to show their worth, right? So let's say, okay, so according to some reports, but this is not confirmed yet, I don't think we have any confirmations yet. 3 lineup changes Pioli could make for the Newcastle game. So of course Tomori is going to be back in the lineup. That is a given. He was in the press conference today. Of course, he's going to be back in the lineup. Um, oh, hold on. Give me a second. All right, so the probable formation 4-3-3, Magnan, Calabria, Ciao, Tomori, Theo Hernandez. So that is our right now our best back four. Of course, we have to exclude Kalulu. He is injured. Kjaer not match fit. He did get a little bit of match fitness for with Intervo, so that could be a positive there. We need him to get match fit because obviously not be a not match fit Kjaer can't help as much as we want them to help. And another thing, people are saying because of Kjaer, like just one player should not have to change everything. But anyway, in the midfield, Loftus Cheek, Krunic, Reindeers. Maybe Reindeers is going to go in for Pobega. On the bench, maybe Pobega is going to play. But if Pobega plays, that's good because we need our bench players to show their worth. If Pobega starts and Milan wins, those are points up. I mean, people were still hate Pobega. No doubt about that. All the people that hate all the people that hate whatever. Pobega is still going to, even if we win 7-0 against Newcastle, 90% of the Milan fans are going to hate Pobega. But for the people that understand football, we need our bench players to win games, to do well, because that's what we lacked against Inter in this game. When the bench, I'm not seeing goals, I'm not seeing assists, I'm not seeing anything. But when these kind of games happen, when you have to do your turnovers, this is the opportunity. For example, if Chukwueze starts and he gets a few assists or he gets a goal, now all of a sudden the next game, when Pulisic starts, we know that we have a player on the bench that has already started the process of gaining confidence, of bringing in numbers. So we need these players to perform tomorrow. I think Chukwueze should start over Pulisic tomorrow because we need to start to give him his opportunity to gain confidence. And I think Reindeers probably, he can take a break. Pobega can play for sure, or Loftus Cheek. The issue here is Krunic or Ali. I don't know, man. How can you bring in Ali? Ali is too much of a conundrum. I don't know. I would play Alivo, maybe not from the start. Um, then Giroud needs to take a rest. I don't know when. Probably not tomorrow, but the next game, I would say that Giroud probably needs to take a rest. I would say the next games against Verona, we have two simple games in theory on paper, Verona and Cagliari. This is where now you need to start to put the bench in. Okafor should probably start. Musa should probably get a start. Ali should probably get a start. Chukwueze again. Romero, bring in Romero. Bring in Romero. But they need to start to give these guys minutes. So when we face a big team again and we look at the bench, we can say, all right, we do have a bench. Right now, we don't have a bench. Okay, let's read here what you guys are saying. We're already eliminated from Copa and CL before it started because of loser mentality. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this team is built well. Imagine if Maldini did what Forlani did at the end of the market, where we started from Taremi to Jovic. Oh, of course. Imagine if we would sign SMS and Amrabat with Tona. Man, if we would have done that, we would be cooking right now. But the thing is, like, we didn't even need to sell Tonali. This is the thing. We didn't even need to sell him because our revenues guaranteed us the ability to spend a lot of money. The club just doesn't want to inject any money, right? They don't want to put any money up for the club because it's all about the bottom line and blah blah blah. We should have no bench, no depth, same 11 all the time. Roy, given our current squad, it's the 4-3-3 the right formation. Do you believe that we have to switch it up, or does it really matter because the quality of our players want? No, I think that this team was built for a 4-3-3 with two mezzeale, so two mezzeale, whatever, but with no defensive midfielder. But with no defense. So they have to stick with what they've done. And they have to go through it. I mean, whatever. The other solution that I see could be a 4-4-2. Maybe if you go to 4-4-2, if you're going to play so offensively and have no balance and just disregard the defensive aspect, I would just go with the 4-4-2. And have Leao as a second striker and Giroud as a striker. And I would have Pulisic left wing, Chukwueze right wing, and then two midfielders. Calabria would not be doing that stupid thing he does in the middle. He would just stay. If we're going to play this way with zero, I mean, guys, Bologna fucking went through us like a hot knife through butter. You guys saw the moment Lukaku came in the pit. It doesn't matter that we had 10 players. We only had a less extra player up top, not in the midfield, not in the back. The moment Lukaku came in against Roma and Spinazzola came in, they're penetrating us like hot butter. And by the way, we saw what we look like when we have to play conservative against Roma. You guys saw it. All of a sudden, when we were forced to play conservative because we had a player less, what happened? We weren't how many shots? Thank God they were aiming for satellites because Lukaku had a shot. These there was like 5 or 4 shots that came in the moment we changed tactics. Spinazzola just fucking took us like we were nothing. If we're going to play this offensive football, then fucking commit to it. Commit to the offensive football. This I don't know what we're doing. Or do you think this game would go this way if it was in December or January instead? Probably not. No, probably not. I would think that by then, maybe, hopefully, our bench would be a little bit better, meaning they would have a little bit more experience in the league. We couldn't sign a CDM, but in the end, we couldn't even sign a striker. And another thing is like, man, the striker, Giroud cannot play every single game. We signed 8 right wings. We signed like 8 right wings and freaking 15 mid-real. Tomori hates when they can't blame him for conceding 5 goals. All right, true. Berardi should have been the player we got. Guido. Stop saying stuff about people when we're not able to reply. Krunic is a good number 10. Not the best center mid in the world. We didn't buy that. Okay, but that was not the argument we had, Guido. That was not nobody ever spoke about Krunic as a number 10. We spoke about defensive midfielders. Roy, you're 100% right, but you can't argue the fact that the players we bought in have more quality than the bench last year. How do you know? Well, according to what metric? Moneyball, laptop, and programs are not the correct metric. Okay, so I'm not right now. I'm not convinced. Maybe we will see, but this is still up for debate. This is still up for debate. I don't remember us losing 5-1 against Inter last year. Maybe we did. I don't remember Inter dominating us from every single aspect, mentality wise, football wise, and goal wise, the way they did this year. Where was this bench? We saw Chukwueze come in. He got bullied by the fucking defenders, by the Italian guys, and everybody says they're not good enough to play for Milan. I don't know. Maybe you're right, Lurk. Maybe. Let's see. Time will tell. Okay, Roger, Pioli can do better with Inter squad, but the problem with Pioli is that he still have the same problem since the departure of Kessie. Still the same problem. Well, when you have Kessie is a problem, as a solution to the problems you have. Kessie and Tonali double pivot. Now that's fucking top level shit. That's top level shit. Kessie was the reason we held it down against Inter in past seasons. Yes, bravo, Ish. Bravo. We went all in the offense. Listen, guys. Elliott and Maldini worked perfectly all up until we won the Scudetto. The moment we won the Scudetto and Elliott decided to sell the club, everything has just gone to shit from then onwards. And now we're in a transitional phase. We're in a transitional phase, and it's hope it doesn't last for too long. Bring back Tonali and Kessie, yes, sir. Why are you guys on Knockover case? It's not his fault that he has introduced him. Okafor, 77th minute. I mean, by then the game was done. You know, no defense, no midfield, no strikers. I remember everyone was given 9 out of 10 for our defense. Well, I did, but I mean, I think we do have a strong defense, but I definitely can't say that after a performance like that. I mean, Chow got fucking demolished, guys. Chow got demolished. Kjaer is not match fit. But the thing is that even if Tomori played, I don't think it would have been that different. I mean, maybe Tomori would have done better against Turam because it would have been Tomori and Turam, right, on the left side, while Cha would have taken care of Lautaro on the other side. I mean, maybe it would have been a little bit better. Okafor Musa, yes, Romero. You don't gain confidence if you wear that purple kit for nothing. The actual opposite will happen. What's up, Ernesto? How you doing? Interesting. Very interesting. Good point. I think that's a good point. Yeah. Okay, so listen. Let's talk a little bit about the Champions League game. Let's talk. As far as the Champions League game, guys. Surprisingly speaking, I'm quite confident we're going to win it easily. I am actually not worried so much about the Champions League game. So we're playing against Newcastle tomorrow, and we are playing 15 minutes earlier than the other games. Other games that, of course, the other game tomorrow that is going to be interesting is PSG Dortmund, which is in our same group. Lazio Atletico Madrid it should be interesting. The other games are so, whatever. They're not showstoppers. But it should be an interesting game tomorrow. I think at the San Siro, especially after a heavy defeat like the one we took, I'm expecting the team to respond. I am expecting the team to respond. But I am expecting a win regardless. Now the reason why I say this is one, because I don't have much confidence in Newcastle and the EPL. I think football in the EPL is easier than the football you play in the Serie A, which in turn makes it easier for it would make it easier for Milan to beat Newcastle. Newcastle, according to Stefano Pioli's press conference today, is your typical English team that plays with a lot of intensity and a lot of physicality. It's a very, very English style. Now, I think the fact that these guys in Newcastle don't have much Champions League experience. I mean, I think Newcastle as a club, as an infrastructure, hasn't been in the Champions League for over 2 decades or something like that. Kind of puts them in the same boat as we were when we first got in the Champions League 11 years later. And you guys remember when we played that Liverpool game, we played against Atletico Madrid, Porto. We seemed a team that was a little bit lost, right? For most of our players, it was our first time playing in the Champions League. I think that team, when we debuted in the Champions League against Liverpool, 90% of our squad had never played a Champions League game. I think Newcastle is in a similar boat. I don't know if it's that much as 90%, but I think it is in a similar boat. I'm expecting a Milan with a lot of spirit at the San Siro, packed stadium. I'm expecting a Milan kind of night. I'm not too worried about Europe. I'm not worried about Europe. I'm worried about Italy. I'm worried about the games in Italy. But Europe, I'm not so much worried about Europe. So I'm expecting a good game from Milan tomorrow, and I think and I'm gonna say we should be able to win it. We should be able to win it. Even though I think this team has been built atrociously, and the mercato is subpar. It doesn't mean that we're going to lose every game. It doesn't mean that we're going to lose every game. No, we're still going to win most of the games during the course of the year, but we're not going to lose every single game. Now, one thing I do want to say after seeing us play against Inter, PSG now might be a little bit of difficulty because when we play against top level players, I think that becomes a problem. Let's look at Newcastle a little bit and let's discover who they are and who is in that roster. What their previous games have been looking like. All right, so poor form, as you guys can see here. They won their last game, but they lost 3 games in a row. Let's see their last game. Let's look at their last game and what their formation looked like. Okay, Sven Botman. We're going to be facing Sven Botman, a player that was close to signing for Milan. A lot of these players are unknowns to me. They won 1-0. Let's see what they look like in the stats. They had 46 possession. Only 9 shots on goal, 2 shots on target. They're currently 11th out of 5 games. Man City, all wins, 3 goals conceded. So Newcastle has, yeah, guys, this should be an easy game, guys. Look at this. I mean, fuck. Okay, so all right. So Newcastle in 5 games has scored 8 goals and conceded 7. Well, damn it. Well, I guess it was all against Inter. But us in 4 goals, we have conceded 7 goals also, but in 4 games. But all of them 5 of them came against Inter. I don't know. I guess the stats cancel each other out. Wow, look at Chelsea and Manchester United. Look at this, guys. Chelsea. American ownership. Manchester United, I believe also American ownership. Hey, God bless America, man. God bless America. But soccer, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Is Man U still owned by Americans? Soccer. Rumors Pioli will start Musa. Why start a kid when we have Pobega? Interesting. What is my opinion on Loftus? I think Loftus is a normal player. He's a normal player. He's like Krunic is a normal player. Okay, Loftus Cheek is a normal player, and I expect him to have decent games, but I'm not expecting him to be Barella or something like that. You know. Don't underestimate Newcastle. I'm not underestimating them. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be easier than a lot of people think. I think so. If Newcastle comes to the San Siro and dominate us, then that means that we have completely melted. I just don't see how this is possible. Like these players here, I mean, Trippier has experience. I know they have Isaac. I don't see Newcastle coming to this San Siro and giving us too many problems. I think it should be guys. Even if we had our banter team, a roster, I would be confident of beating uh, Newcastle right now. So this was against Brighton when they lost 3-1. Tonali on the pitch. Isaac. Brighton is a team that plays offensive football, rather possession-based football. They only had 56%. Yeah, I'm expecting an easy game, guys, tomorrow. I'm expecting an easy game. Mentality-wise, Jesus, if the 5-1 is not a wake-up call, guys, then nothing can be a wake-up call. If losing 5-1 to Inter is not a wake-up call, then nothing can be a wake-up call. Roy, what is your opinion about the hate for Pioli out for me? This is a joke, just for 1 match. Guys, Ernesto, I've told you since day one. For me, the issue is not Pioli. The issue is the ownership, the management. They're amateurs. They're noobs. They don't know what they're doing. They just don't know what they're doing. That's the issue. Pioli is, to me, I can see why people will say, okay, Pioli has been in the club for a long time to change. I don't disagree with that. But I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but anybody that thinks that, I don't know, I feel I don't want to repeat this over and over again. I'll just do it last time for the stream. If you fire Maldini and sell Tonali, that tells me you do not know anything about football and you should not be working in football. That's all I got to say. And yes, speaking about arrogance, you should be humble. You should humble yourself in the presence of Maldini and let him do his job. Don't fucking substitute Maldini with a laptop, guys. Can you fucking believe this? We substituted Maldini for a fucking laptop. A fucking laptop that you can switch on and off. That's who we substituted Maldini for. A fucking laptop. Or would you change the starting 11 for tomorrow? Yes, I would. I would play Chukwueze instead of Pulisic. I would play I don't disagree. Pobega over Rangers. And I would get Musa in at least have him play 30 minutes at least. Yeah. I would do those changes. And I would also I would substitute. I would either bring in, I don't know if Jovic is in the team. But I would substitute Giroud early as well. I'm all for the Newcastle and EPL disrespect. Brighton is fun to watch. Yeah, very good team. I watched Newcastle against Brighton. The defense was awful. Yeah, they're conceding a lot of goals in different games, not in one game like we did. So that says something. They do know what they're doing. They're using the club to turn a profit. Yeah, absolutely. That's completely correct. They're good at that. John Laboroi, don't you agree we shouldn't have played high press against Inter specifically with Chiara? Why doesn't Pioli get it? Some tactics, some errors. I think if you play low, you're still going to get beat. You're still going to get overrun. And also, the issue for me is not Chiara. The issue for me is the Calabria thing. It's like you're putting Calabria way off position in that weird tactic. I still don't understand that tactic. I still have to figure it out. Laptop gave us Castillo. Why don't we apply Napoli tactics against Inter? Play low press. We beat them last year, and before that, it used to be right. KG match. Yeah, but that game there. First of all, we had a much more solid midfield. We had ball winners in the midfield that game. We had Benacer, Kunic, and Tonali. But also, like, the mentality of Napoli that game was a little bit off. It was kind of a game that Napoli came in presumptuous, right? I think Napoli was a little bit presumptuous. Like, Inter came into this game, they're fucking on steroids. Jovic is everything. Yeah, I'd play a little bit more Jovic or Okafor. Forza Calcio, 100%. Newcastle better shit on their pants. This is San Siro. I think that is going to happen. I don't know. I think that is going to happen because a lot of these guys from Newcastle, they don't have they don't have this kind of experience, this kind of pressure. It's new to them. I think, guys, maybe I'm wrong here, but I think most of the players of the Newcastle players don't have much Champions League experience. While we do, right? Yeah, I think we do. I think even all we do. We right now we are an experienced Champions League team, even with the new players coming in. Chukwueze has experience in the Champions League. Okafor has experience in the Champions League. Giroud, of course, Leao, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, Krunic, Calabria, Tomori, Teo Hernandez. Chow had his experiences last year. Magnan. Like, we are a well experienced Champions League team at this point. We even fucking made the semifinals of the Champions League last year, by the way. Thank you, Maldini. Yeah, Newcastle, this is their first time, first time in 2 decades. It's like the pressure's going to get to them. They're going to it's going to be daunting for them. Maybe the second game, a little bit different. So the first game is going to be pretty daunting for them. But again, I don't know. Tonali obviously has Champions League experience. Trippier has experience. I don't know about the other guys. Maybe someone knows better here and can tell me. I don't think they have Botman versus Brighton. Let's hope all the owners of Newcastle after tomorrow are interested in buying Milan. Will they fire Pioli after Newcastle loss or give him? No, they're not going to fire him. If they fire him, no, I mean, so you're convinced we're going to lose? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I had a little bit of a feeling that we could have won against Inter, but I was completely wrong. How can we expect to be Inter with 2 40-year-olds starting? Giroud and Kjaer. We have experienced guy in the UCL. Giroud, please. Yeah, we have a lot of experience in the Champions League. Maldini needs to replace Pioli like Xavi. Someone needs to go find Maldini wherever he is and convince him, beg him to come back to the club. Only way this nightmare will be over is if management realizes they need him back and Jerry says sorry. Yes, I 100% agree. 100% ragazzi, 100%. So the other game is PSG Dortmund. We're expecting PSG to win. Obviously, it's going to be in home. Let me see what Dortmund looks like. All right. Well, Dortmund has had pretty decent form. Win, tie. Scoring goals. Let's see the table. Wow. Dortmund is 7th. 8 goals, 5 against. Okay. Leverkusen is up top. All right. Let's look at PSG. Persian lost their last game. Okay. 2-3. Home game. Wow. 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 Very interesting, huh? Very interesting. Kolomani played. Only 3 subs came in. And PSG is 5th with 8 points. They PSG has tied 2 games, lost 1, 10 goals, 6 conceded. So PSG is not having a super start. I guess now is the time to play PSG. Very interesting. Roy, who are our ball winners now? Benacer Pobega, not sure who comes close to Cassie Courage is not even. We don't have any ball winners. We do not have any ball winners. We're 0. Pioli literally said it. They built a team to press high and keep the ball. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said those words. And he said last year we had a more this is literally what he said, okay? Guys, you can check, you can go to his press conference post no prior to Inter, pre-Inter. This is what he said verbatim. He said, now we have a team that is designed to hold the ball and play up the field. The team we had last year, we could choose whether to play low or to play high. But last year, playing without our solutions without the ball gave us more guarantees. So this year, our guarantees have to be holding the ball. These are his words. You can go right now to the Milan AC Milan YouTube channel. Go to the press conference. If you don't speak Italian, just go to the one translated in English, where he is asked this question about high press, low press, etc., or something like that. It was a question somewhere along those lines, and he literally says what I just said. But right now, the team is built to play high and hold the ball, because this is how we defend. We defend with the ball. Last year, we had the ability to defend without the ball, but this year we have to defend with the ball. That's what he said. They built a team for this purpose. Dortmund is shit. PSG lost. PSG is just Mbappe. Dortmund merda. Wow. Without him, they're Torino. Damn, Torino. Who remembers the game versus Dortmund in the 22? Ooh, no, I don't. Like you said, Roy, PSG team is like the Galacticos. Too many stars and clueless. Abba stays this way. Well, the way it was built last year, it was poorly built, yes. At least for Europe. I don't know about this new team. I don't know about the new team because it's a new squad. We lost it. It was embarrassing. The Dortmund won the league and we won the CL next year. Okay. 3 months and 12 days until Benacer came back. Roy, Milan's going to get spanked by PSG. When is the PSG game? Is it next? Yeah, listen, against teams with top players, I'm curious to see how this team reacts. But I don't know. I think guys, Europe, Milan is going to be fine. Even this shitty, poor built Milan is going to be fine in Europe. The first 3 games, teams didn't know what to expect from us, but now teams will think, yeah, that is very true. That is very true. They saw. The thing is that, yeah, that is true for sure. Yeah, of course, you don't take them lightly. Obviously, they have the fucking best player in the world. How can you take them lightly? I was shaking in my seat. Uh, Even Man City played 3-5-2 against Inter. The Champs had to switch to similar tactics against Argentina. You risk getting outnumbered. I don't mind 3-5-2 against Inter next time we play them. The issue with Inter is that it's a super compact team. It's a lot of experience. It's basically half of the Italian national team. It's like those guys are designed to fucking play for each other, sacrifice for each other, and then you have, Dumfries, who's the fucking killing it at international level. The coach literally said that Dumfries is their best player right now. You have Marotta. Marotta is the issue is Marotta. That's the problem. You take Marotta, put Furlani, guys, put Furlani with Inter and give us Marotta. We are winning 7-1. We are winning 7-1. Give them Furlani, give us Marotta. We are winning 7-1 this derby. But it's just too different. Do you think we'll win the group? I don't know if we will win the group, but I'm pretty confident we can go through. Of course, PSG has to be the favorites to win the group. But I think it's going to be a group where a lot of teams are going to collect points from each other, and it's going to be an entangled group. I think we can do it. I mean, listen, I would sound arrogant if I say we're going to demolish PSG, but against Dortmund and Newcastle, I don't see any issues against Dortmund and Newcastle. PSG at the San Siro, we can get him for sure. We can get him. We should win the group, but Jerry's boys are losers. Purely, I'm indebted to the fans because I become the manager who lost the most derbies this year. Yeah, 100% correct. You're 100% correct with that. Pioli, the coach of Milan until 23rd of October. Take a screenshot of this. What happens the 23rd of October? Where is Edison Okoli? Where is Edison Okoli? Roma. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick assessment of so far what I've seen in this area. The team that okay, I'm going out on a limb here. So far, the team that has impressed me the most is Juve. Juve is the team that has impressed me the most, even if they tied against Bologna. Or maybe should I say the team that impressed me the most in this last round is Juve. And it's not so much the score lines, but it's how they pass the ball to each other. The way Juve, you can just see it in the players. There's a confidence and there's like a fluidity to them. The way they hold the field and the way they pass the ball to each other. It's very, very, very. They do it with a spirit that is very strong. Inter also for sure. Now, for example, I did not see that so much with Roma. I did not see so much of that with Roma. Like the way Roma passed the ball to each other, hold the ball, there's still a little bit of. It's just not as solid as Juve. Now Juve concedes a lot of possession because that's how they're designed. So sometimes people think that Juve is not good because of that. But uh, the way they pass the ball to each other, the way they're finding each other, it's it's um it's something to watch out for. I just bought the tickets. Oh, nice. That should be a great game. Roy's a Juventino. Inter impressed me the most. Yeah, Inter is super impressive for sure. No doubt about that. But there's something about Juve that caught my eye. And I was trying to see. I didn't see that with Roma. I didn't see what I saw with Juve with Roma. Lazio speed running to 10th place. Would you consider Serie A top four? Inter seems to have a stake like Napoli last year. I don't know. I don't think Inter is as good as Napoli was last year. I don't know. But Napoli guys, they made mistake after mistake in this mercato. They have dismantled what they built last year. Napoli is not going to be an issue this year. I think. Let's see. I might be wrong. About the getting ready, Bantar is officially back. Oh, by the way, guys, Camarda scored against Sassuolo in the Primavera. Camarda, guys, that player. He just came off the international break, winning the Four Nations tournament, scoring, I think, 3 or 4 goals. And for the Italy U17, so he has been moved up to the next category. And then with Sassuolo in the Primavera, he scored again, and he's the youngest player in the squad, so that's really good. We must be the only team ever to fire a legend and sell its heart in the same mercato. Yeah, 100%. Fuck Inter, of course. My top 4 was Inter, Juve, Napoli, Milan. That could be correct. Yep, absolutely. Camarda. Somebody said the great Italian hope, Camarda. I think Italy has a lot of young talents coming up. It's whether to see, it's to be seen whether or not they're going to be given chances. All in for Camarda, yeah. How do you rate Thuram now? Do you regret him not joining us? I still don't. I think he fits better with Inter. I'm curious how he does the rest of the season. Teams will figure him out. Okay, so of course, guys, I was very much so against the Thuram operation, but I was hoping we were going to get better. But if I look back now in hindsight, please fucking bring me Thuram. But I didn't think that Jovic was going to be the guy that was going to replace Thuram. I was hoping in Taremi. I was hoping in something. I don't know what I was hoping. But I was hoping in Taremi. That was the guy I was hoping for. But instead, we got Jovic the last day of the mercato. Like, of course, if I have to compare Thuram to Jovic, I'm going to pick Thuram. If I knew when we were going for Thuram that the countermeasure was going to be Jovic, of course I would even say fuck, give him the 6 million, which I still think it's a lot, but whatever. Would I take Thuram over Jovic? Yes. 100%. Because that's what happened. We got Jovic instead. Nine out of 10 times Thuram doesn't score. Are you still a better footballer than him? I think with my feet, yeah, I'm a better footballer than Thuram, yeah. but he's powerful. He's strong. He scored a super goal. What is this? 45 plus 2 assists. The laptop says. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this was the whole premise of the whole Turam thing. It's like, come on, there's so many more better options than Turam out there. We had all this money, right? We had all this fucking money to spend that came out of nowhere. Turam is a super athlete for sure. Like you guys saw him against Chow, just demolished Chow on the run. Very strong, and he had a great derby, but he will miss 9 out of 10 times for sure. And I don't think he's better than Lukaku. He's not better than Lukaku, guys. He's not better than Lukaku. Inter, this is the thing that pisses me off even more. But Inter offensively downgraded. Arnautovic and Turam are a downgrade from uh, Dzeko and Lukaku. That's a downgrade. It's a downgrade. Inter literally fucking offensively speaking downgraded. Do you think we'll try to get Taremi in the winter? I don't know because it seemed like there was a lot of friction between the parties. It didn't seem like it ended too well. I don't think it ended too well, so I don't know if it's possible anymore. But yeah, I would. I would. Jerry's Moratti 2.0. If you have to advise a management on 3 signings in the 3 departments we're lacking, who would you suggest? Well, I can't give you names because right now the mercato is over. But I would get a defensive midfielder, but not a bench player. A defensive midfielder, like a top G defensive midfielder. I don't know who. I don't know who. All the guys that we wanted this summer are gone now. A striker, obviously a striker, and I mean that's all we need really. Then I mean everybody else needs to be replaced with better players, but whatever. Maybe I don't know. I think that's all I think we need right now. The main issue, one of the main issues for me is that we should have gotten better players in general, or whatever. Inter will make him look good, propping up all their community posts to justify that 6 million. Of course they will, yeah. The manager is gonna try Jonathan David in the summer. Ah, maybe. Should be decent. Claiming to not be anti-Italian just because you're Italian is silly. When Roy's no, I'm not anti-American. Never. I'm not anti-American. Hey, if this was a basketball channel about AC Milan basketball, I'd want an American coach. I'd want all American players. I want an American owner. No Italians. Zero Italians. Only Americans. But unfortunately, this is a soccer channel. Next year, a solid CDM, fucking ball winner, and a striker. Very simple template. Mm. Well, what's your thoughts on us going back to a 4-2-3-1 against Newcastle? I really think to play 4-3-3, our midfield has to be better than the opposition, but in CL, we will rarely be better in the middle. Um, well, let's see the formations. You're talking of a 4-3-3 with Pulisic and Chukwueze. Is that what you're saying? A 4-2-3-1 with, so basically just two double pivots. Who do we have as double pivots? The problem is if you're going to play a 4-2-3-1, you need ball winners. We don't have any ball winners. Like Krunic can be a decent, but we need another top level ball winner. If we play a 4-2-3-1, we have to end the game with 70% ball possession. And we have to maybe concede 2 shots on target maximum with this current team. You have to hold the ball for the whole freaking game if you play a 4-2-3-1. Because then it goes again to what Pioli was saying. You have to defend with the ball. I think we don't have any choices but to play a 4-3-3 or something like that. Center back, yeah. Bring Antonio from IFTV, like the video guys. Yes, we got to bring Rocco in. We got to bring Rocco in. In retrospect, I think we will continue to struggle against Inter unless Pioli stops being stubborn. I think we should be able to handle the rest of the teams in Serie A, Roy. I don't know, my man. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out because there's a lot of hidden hurdles, hidden challenges, hidden traps that have caught us off guard even when we had top rosters. Even the years we were winning everything in Europe. So we got to watch out for that. That's why I'm more worried about the Serie A than anything else. Ernesto top ball winner is a must for us, like Kessie. Agreed. Brahim was not a ball winner. Well, first of all, Brahim, his pressing game was actually very good. But when we played with Brahim, we had Salamakers on the right, and we had two ball winners as double pivots. So it balanced itself out. If we get David and a CDM like Amrabat and a top CB next market, will be complete. Let's hope they do that and prove us wrong. The issue with Jonathan David is like he's a good player, but he's not really a center forward, right? So are we changing our gameplay? Because he's not a target man. He's not the kind of guy that he doesn't play like a target man. He's a second striker. Jonathan David is a second striker. Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. If we get that's the issue that with John. He's a second striker. Like he's not a center forward. So are we changing styles? What's going on there? Forza sta minchia. Ma vattene a quel paese, va. Ma vattene a quel cazzo di paese. In Roy's opinion, did Roy get very angry post match because Inter won, or was Roy angry at those who called him Juventus? Taremi for 10 million, a CDM like Hoyland, and a CB like Botman would make our team unplayable. Unplayable. Jesus. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with those names at all. Those are three excellent names. Three excellent names. Those are three excellent names. I will not disagree with that. I wanted to so much Wafer from Fener. I don't know him. Benjamin Sesko is the answer. He's not doing too well, right? In Austria, it's like he's barely playing, as far as I know. Is he playing at all? Maybe he is. Okay, so he scored 2 goals so far, 3 games, minutes per game 17. So he's coming in off the bench, but he scored 2 goals coming off the bench. How many games have they played in their league? Is there no league here? The Bundesliga. Okay, so 4 games. He's in Leipzig, right? Yeah, he is. Oh, he's not in Austria anymore. What the fuck am I saying? He's in Germany. He's in RB Leipzig? Wow. He is in RB Leipzig. Yeah, Jerry, he's pissed off. That's right. What's the prediction for tomorrow, boys? 3-0 Milan. Are you kidding me? Brahim was arguably as good as Benacer winning the ball. He was pretty good at winning the ball. He put in a lot of work. Rafiq, thank you for joining the becoming a member. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you. Welcome to RossonARI TV Army. Thank you. I don't think we can afford a quality CDM and striker without selling. So just get a world class CDM and get Taremi. Totally, I'm in. I'm in for that. I'm in for that. And next year, guys, the team will have grown. So unless we don't, it depends. It depends because the market is strange because they said they're going to sell players. So let's see. Every market is going to be quite unpredictable. It's going to be a roller coaster. 3-1 Milan Botman on goal hat trick. Botman scored 3 own goals. Geography, bro. I don't blame you for computer and move to the sister Red Club, right? Red Bull. I don't see why Milan can't beat Newcastle. Liverpool beat them the other day with 10 men. I think we can beat them. I think it should be an easy game. I mean, easy, guys. I say that relative. I'm not underestimating them, but I think they're going to have a lot of problems coming to the San Siro. They're not used to it. This is their first time in the CL for a long time. They're very inexperienced in this competition. Well, we are at this point, we are actually quite experienced in this competition. This is our 3rd time now in a row in the CL. The second time, we beat Napoli last year. We beat Tottenham. We had big games in the knockout stages. We did exceptionally well last year in the group stages, 4-0, 4-0. And then okay, there was that channel that Chelsea. Oh, thanks, man. Really appreciate you, brother. There was that Chelsea games. Sorry, the Chelsea games. That okay, you know, the first time we faced Chelsea, we had a super depleted team, and the second time we faced Chelsea, we still had kind of a depleted team, but plus, the ref gave that game to Chelsea. I will never underestimate Milan's ability to mess it up. 2-0 Milan to mess things up. The team is so effed mentally that Ibra had to come out retirement. That's what worries me the most. What the fuck is Pirelli saying? Like, I don't think he needs Ibra to tell these players what to do. In theory, yeah, we shouldn't, but it is what it is, right? Ibra has been a big part of the locker room and the locker room mentality. We will win. Forza Milan. Against Chelsea, we played with Balotelli and Dest. That's right. Lart paid $200 to go see Balotelli and Dest. Purely character development arc. Tonali will be twerking harder than Leao on the bench. Tonali, guys. I think Tonali's playing tomorrow. We need Ibra 100%. We need his fire. If we lose 5-1 against if we lose 5-1, then Maldini will come out of retirement this time. If we lose tomorrow, guys, it's bad. After the what happened this weekend, another loss. Another loss can be absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. If who would you play in midfield as our second team? Pobega is a must. Not sure who can replace Rangers without Benacer now. Musa makes me nervous. He loses possession easily. Well, I think we have to rotate the players because the players that have not been starting so far, we've had the starting lineup 4 games in a row. The players that have not been starting, except for Tomori Kjaer situation, need to get a start because we need to start to give them confidence. They need to be players that when they're coming off the bench, they need to make us, the fans, feel confident, the team feel confident, and they need to feel confident. A cycle of confidence needs to happen. But yeah, Pobega needs to start. Musa needs to get his chances. Ali needs to get his chances. Chukwueze, Okafor. Are they going to mess it up? I don't know. If they mess it up, then we don't have a bench. But if they don't mess it up and we win, that's a good confidence booster for them, and for Pioli too. Let's not enter a crisis like last season Lazio Sassuolo disaster. Oh man, if we get in a crisis so early, this team is even worse than I thought. Chelsea beat Liverpool to Latvia and Caicedo. Look at them now. Haven't seen much from Adli. Even a draw would be a huge letdown. I agree. A draw tomorrow would be a huge letdown. 100%. 100%. Okay, let's see if there's any new articles that have come out. But so tomorrow we are going to do the post match with Laert, Kratos. After the game, it should be a fun post match. Hopefully, it's going to be a positive post match. Let's see if there's any information about the players and their experience in the Champions League. No, nothing here. No. Nothing new. Yeah, right. Where is Edison? Where is Edison? Where is Edison? Against Sassuolo, we played with Gabbia, Kalulu, and Tatarusano. Chuk will be starting tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe Povega, Rangers, and Corinthians in midfield against. Yeah, I'm not against it. I think that's a good. That would be a good solution. That would definitely be a good solution. All right, guys, we're going to close it here today. We're going to keep it under the 2-hour mark. Tomorrow, we're going to do the YouTube. We're going to do the post match. So stick with us for the post match. Should be a fun game. We're expecting a win. We are demanding a win. We are demanding a win after that shambolic performance we saw yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever the hell it was. We're demanding a win. Make sure that you click that like button. I heard someone told me that the more you click that like button, the closer we are to selling the club to excellent owners. So having said that, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Forza Milan. Alla prossima. Arrivederci and ciao.